All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Throwing on first down, Fields. And his throw here's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On the ground, it's Harris. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Looking to throw. Fields. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line.
Switch.
From the gun, Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Here we go. 18, Gator.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. They find some open field here. A big run there by Gurley. 54 yards on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Gurley again here on first down. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I like the call. inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. 2nd and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Harris, and he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete, and he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change or at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
We go. 50, plant.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He'll look to throw, and they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Wild. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Back to throw. Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Operating from the gun, Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They've talked about clean.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off the play fake. Fields. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jannard Avery just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
Open man is Henderson. That's complete. A big play there for the Dolphins. 52 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
They'll drop the throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll look to throw here. And he completes it to Westbrook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. Check back.
Hey, 626. Boom, boom.
Check back, check.
Hey, wahoo.
So we got man.
Green again.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that one's complete to Gurley.
Let's go.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Motion.
And again, it's Rodgers. That's taken in by Henderson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Now Rodgers. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw again. And it's caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, Harris. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Harris. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Back to throw. Fields. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Off the bootleg, Fields. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.